Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is what I'm going to be discussing today, which is the SMOKEY Wolf Suppressor. Now, it's probably one of the coolest suppressors. You may well have heard of it. Smoky in the name probably gives it away slightly. But this is not just a tracer unit inside this suppressor, but it also has a smoke machine. Yep, you're probably thinking, why do you need a smoke machine in a suppressor? And the reason is that when you actually fire, especially your gas blowback, and you're getting that recoil, having something giving off a small amount of smoke, kind of like a real steel firearm, is pretty awesome looking, or it is from the videos that I've seen. I've only just kind of briefly tried this, so I haven't tried it properly. But what I'm going to do is show you what's in the box, and then I'm going to do something which I have wanted to do, and I think it is going to work. Which is going to be switching the actual tracer unit into a different suppressor, because I think this is a cool looking suppressor, but it's not exactly as real steel as I want it, and I'm going to show you guys how it performs on the XM5. So in the box we have some lovely instructions. That's great. I actually looked up a YouTube video on how to do this, so didn't actually read the instructions, probably should have done. In the box we get the actual suppressor itself, so it's got some kind of holes in the bottom there so that it can let the smoke out. It is a 14mm counterclockwise thread, so you can only really thread that directly onto the barrel, and that is the reason that I want to switch this tracer unit over into something different, which I'll kind of get into in a little bit. And then inside here as well, you have 2 bottles of liquid. Those are the liquid that is actually going to be smoke. It's going for the smoke machine. It's going to become smoke. Other than that, you have just some kind of instruction points on the back to simulate the smoke effect. So what we're going to do first of all is open this thing up. So as I said, it's got a screw cap at the bottom, but that is your 14mm counterclockwise. So if you have any standard kind of airsoft gun, whether it's an AEG, a gas blowback, a pistol, this would even go onto that, then you can do that. You can just screw it straight on. But I like doing something different, and there's a specific suppressor that I like, so I'm going to try and mix and match it. So inside you have the actual tracer unit, SMOKEY Wolf. Now what I would say, which I got warned about, is that there are quite a few kind of Chinese companies that make something similar to this and call it the SMOKEY Wolf, and you can go online and be like, hey, this looks awesome, I should buy it, and it's not actually this. So make sure you look up on Reddit, you kind of try and find, I'll try and put a link below to the actual company that I bought this one from so that you go and get it, but it's not cheap. This is like $160 to get this. And as you can see here, what you're going to end up doing, if I just put it away, is putting the actual liquid into the top, this little hole here, and you've got a little dial there which is showing you how much you have left in your tank. And this is showing me actually that I need to do some more, which is good. So I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to get this out. You can also get top-up bottles from the retailer I bought it from. I think it was a Chinese retailer that shipped it. But just on that, guys, make sure you're not thinking, hey, he paid $160 for it, I can get it for $80. Buying that and then thinking, right, this isn't the actual product, or it doesn't perform as well, because what I've tested this and the reviews that I've seen, it does perform well. So this one has that kind of like little needle end to it. You're just going to put it straight in here, and then we're going to fill it up just by pushing this. I'm going to try and have a look at where we are on the fill. So I think that should be good. I'm going to close this. I think there should be a rubber bung for this, and I think I might have lost it. So that's not great. I'll probably make something to go in there so that it doesn't leak out. I haven't really had any issues with it yet, but that is something to bear in mind, I think, is that should be in a position that's doing it. And then on the back, you have a on-off switch and a mode switch. And I think this has 3 different modes. It's got one which does more smoke, one which does less smoke, and with the actual muzzle flash, and then one that is just muzzle flash. So you can kind of just switch between the modes. It'll give you different beeps. I'm going to put this on. So I've just put that on there, and it's just beeping green. And then what I'm going to do is put it inside here. So we'll test it on this one first, just so you guys can kind of see what it's going to do. And what I'm going to do is get a tracer BB out of here so you can see what happens. So this is my Vanguard Solutions speed loader. It's my favorite. I'm going to quickly unlock it. And then I love this attachment. You can basically just put this attachment straight on here, and that is going to put BBs out. It means I don't have to put a mag on it. So I'm going to take it to put 5 out. And it's only going to push 4 because there's one in the top there. But what we're going to try and do is test this. And I'm just going to drop this here through it so that you can see what it does. So you can see it there does the tracer, and you can see the smoke coming out here. Because I've obviously got it facing up, the smoke's going to rise. But as you can see, what I did there was drop it into the space where there is not a... So you can see there, the BB went green. It's probably losing its thing now, but then the smoke goes. And then the suppressor flash, see if I can do it here. That's a slight problem, but there, smoke again. So I think that's awesome. And I think it kind of looks realistic in terms of the amount of smoke that it's putting out compared to a real still. But what I'm actually going to do quickly is put it into my favorite suppressor. Now, this is the PTS Dead Air Sandman. It is very, very cool. The reason I like it a lot is this quick locking system. I'll show you on my XM5 quickly. You can put this stock. I absolutely need to get it. I need to loosen it up, put some silicone or something on there. So this little flash hider here, I've gone through this before, but it has these lug nuts, these lug spaces. Those little 3 things are just going to slide onto here. So that's just going to sit there. And then I'm just going to rotate this, and it's going to lock it in place, and it's going to look sick. And then that is completely solid. Now, what I like the idea of this is that if I am using it and I want to play outside, then I don't really have to or want to put a tracer on it because there is no real point if I'm playing in the day. However, if I'm going and playing indoors at night, you know, whenever it is, tracers are really, really cool. I never really used to value them that much, but they're pretty cool. And so what I really want to do is be able to take that on, take that off. It's something that I like having is all my gear is adaptable pretty quickly. So this is their standard model. Now this is about $100. This is the mode which comes without a tracer in it. You can get another version which is about $30-40 more, which has a tracer. I have that, but it's a completely standard tracer, so it's not going to do that smoke effect. So if you want to do the same as me, you just need to get this version. It's going to come with this little extender in there, just because there's no tracer, that's where the tracer would go. And then I'm going to take the SMOKEY Wolf. It's still on, so that should be good. And then I'm going to push it in, push it down on the spring, and it should fit in, which it does. Now, the only thing that is slightly concerning to me is that the space here and the holes is a lot smaller than what it is there. So in terms of the output of the smoke, I don't know if it's going to be the same, but we'll see that. So I'm just going to put this on. There we go. So that's all done. And then we will quickly just take one of these BBs and drop it straight through. And that is, again, having the same effect where that smoke is coming out. Do it again. Traces on there, and it's having the same effect. So what I want to do is show you guys what this really looks like when I'm actually using it and I'm firing it. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to quickly grab my very, very cool... In fact, let's go for my real steel. I'm going to use my cool Pit Viper glasses here, but what I'm going to use is my M frames. This is what I play in, so I love these. I think it makes me look cooler with my XM5. And what I need to do is fill up the XM5 mag with some BBs. I'll do another like 4 probably going in there. So I'm just having my little case. I've gone through this in another video, so if you want to see Jaeger Precision adapter there for the MWS mag, because this is the MWS feed lips, works pretty well with that. Just going to put that on the top here, and I'm going to switch this over, put that back in there. I'm just going to switch this over, put it on the top here, and I'm going to put another 5 directly in, and maybe we'll put 5 more. So There we go. We've got them loaded in. These are BBs. These are not real steel in any way. This could just stick on the side. And then I'll put this back in my little container and put that inside as well. Attach that on. So we're done with this guy. Turn that off. Okay, so that's off. And then I've got my mag, and we have the suppressor on here with the SMOKEY Wolf in it. Now, the other thing which I think is really cool on this one, which I noticed, is that you see the green flashing there. That actually means that I can go in there and I can turn it off and on without removing the suppressor, because the Sandman, and this won't be the same on the other one, because the other one does not have as big a gap, because this is a QD release. The other one, you're going to have to try and get your finger through those threads, which isn't going to work. But this one, you can see I've just turned that off, and now I can turn it on again. So I don't actually need to be taking it on and off. So I think this is going to work really well with the Sandman. So let's see. Just going to put that on there, tighten it up, put this mag in, try and give you guys a good view of what this looks like. So here we go. Let's try and do it here so you guys can see. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So you can see that smoke coming out the end. It just looks really actually realistic. And now I'll go for the full auto. And similarly, it's obviously not hot. It's just kind of doing that smoke effect. But I just think it's so, so cool. And see how the trace is working there. And that's how it's going. We've got bolt lock. So I'm just going to remove the mag, release the bolt. So that's what it's going to look like, guys. I really, really like this tracer so far. I haven't had it very long. It's been only since last night, I think, that I've had it. I just changed the mode on it, so that's not good, instead of turning it off. So I can feel the clicks. And now I'm just going to turn it off. That's perfect. Off. Right, so this is not what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Or not really this. The SMOKEY Wolf with the Dead Air Sandman. This is going to be my go-to tracer for this. I tried messing around with this guy, which is the Toxicant tracer unit. Don't like it. I mean, it's just trying to get this on and off is a nightmare. And it is QD, like it's kind of quick release. I can take these off. It is quick release, but it's not the same as the Sandman. And it is fatter, and I think it looks kind of cool. But it's really big inside. And I tried it yesterday, and it does not fit. I mean, it does fit the SMOKEY Wolf in it. The problem is it's not lined up. So because it's so big, you need to be very careful about knocking it one way or the other, because if you knock it too far, then you're just going to be shooting into the back of the tracer unit. So you need to shim it. You need to do something to hold that in place. I'm not willing to do that at the moment. I do think it's very, very cool, and it will look cool on here like that. But again, for me, the Sandman is just so much easier to use. And I just love that cranking, and I love being able to get it on and off that easily. It's just very satisfying doing that. Oh, quick update, which you'll see soon. I do have a new stock going for this. I saw a Jaeger Precision video where he put a Magpul like compact thing on it, and I absolutely loved it. However, the only reason I didn't buy that is because I don't want to copy him for another one of his builds. So I've actually got a different stock coming, which is the SIG retractable. It's kind of that square bar where it actually retracts. I didn't actually like the look of those when I looked at them online. I was at SHOT Show, and I actually picked up a real steel SIG, and it had it on there, and I was like, actually, I really like this. So we'll see how it looks, but that's going to be coming on there. And then what else have I got coming? Oh, I'm replacing this foregrip with a Unity Tactical real steel as well. So we'll see. This is going to change a little bit. I'll do another update video, but that is it from the SMOKEY Wolf. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would definitely recommend it from my experience so far, and have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye.